One.
Me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best, 'cause it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. There's lights that burn so brightly, in the northeast sky they shine. From a place that Geordies worship, where legends wear number 9. You can travel right round the world, even meet the Pope in Rome. But nothing beats the feeling of when you come back here to home. No matter how life changes, we'll never be far apart. The northeast always home, and it's always in your heart. Take me home to the banks of the River Tyne. Take me home to the place that I call mine.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV. And yes, it's match day, guys and girls. And I'm joined by Pete and I'm joined by Roly on the Build Up Live. How are you two guys? All right?
Very well, thanks, Tony.
Yeah. As we are aware at the moment, Man U are up at 1-0 up against the Skip Rats from Everton. Let's hope the Skip Rats can get a goal back. And, if not, I'm sure we can just have to go out with our game and get back to third, won't we? So simple as. But before we get into the show, if you like what you see, then please smash the like. That really does help the channel up the search results. And if you like the video, just smash that like. Thank you. Also, if you are brand new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe. Free to do so. It's the channel grow. Bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. Indeed, there is a link in the chat if you would like to make a donation to the channel. Just click the link, follow the instructions as well. Thank you. And currently I'm 471 subscribers, so I'm now 29 away from hitting 500, which is halfway to 1,000. So, yeah. Just jump into some comments before we get into the show, because they've been flying in. Clarky, give the black my hearts. Good afternoon to you, Clarky. Hope you're well. Jake says 21-0 to the tune. Jake, I'll be happy. Jake, I'll just be happy with 1-0 to the tune. Never mind 21-0. And he says, "Do it for sexy mag."
You've got a lot to answer for,
look, Jake. Jake, look, listen. Since you've give Sefton this title on our WhatsApp group, all he's done is going about Sefton the sexy mag, and it's like, he's got the builders in at the minute because of having to build extra wide doors because to get his head through the doors because his head swelled that much because of what you've done.
You've got a lot to answer for, Jake.
BS says, "Hi Tony, I agree. Let's do it for sexy." Here we go. Hi all. Jules says, "Hi Tony, Roly and PD." Hi Jules. Yabba dabba do. Alright lads. Yeah, we're absolutely cracking, mate. Absolutely cracking. And Jules, sexy. Don't you start, Jules. Don't start. I don't know if he's in the chat yet, Sefton, so I don't know. But
hopefully he's not, because that'd get even bigger.
Well, yeah, but as soon as he sees acting there, he'll come into the chat, no doubt, unless he's at work, I'm not sure. But yesterday,
with any luck, he's taking Mrs. Sefton out shopping.
Yeah,
he won't see
it. Yeah. Gary says, "Man, shite 1-0 up, unfortunately." Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Jake loves Granny.
Oh no!
Oh, not Granny.
I thought that was Archer.
Yeah. And Betty loves Mason.
Yes.
And the foursome.
Oh God.
Hello, lad, says Wayne. Hello, Wayne. Hope you're well, mate. And nice to see you back on the channel, mate. So I think you had internet problems and you haven't been on for a while, but nice to see you back. The team sheets come out in 22 minutes, Pete. It's going to be a tough game at Brentford. I was nearly going to say Griffin Park there. Jesus, it's a GTEC Community Stadium now. I mean, it's going to be a tough game there. They've had a good season, Brentford.
Yeah, they have.
But overall, I still think we can go there and get a result. We won 2-0 last year. If you watch them against Man United the other night, they sat with 7 behind the ball.
Mhm.
So I'm sure we can go down there and win that game. And we just got to be patient. How do you see it going there, Pete?
Yeah, it'll be a bit of a challenging game, but who says we can't get a win today? I mean, the way we're playing, the way we're picking up results, no team likes to come up against us at the moment. And I can't see why we can't do it today as well. So the lineup will be interesting to see who keeps their place or if they will see a bit of rotation as well. But we should have enough, definitely, to win today.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about squad bingo in a moment. I'll just get Roly's thoughts on the this afternoon's game as well. It's going to be tough, Roly, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Brentford are a good side, especially at home. But I think defensively we've got more than enough to handle them. They must be bricking it because the form that we're in. They won't be looking forward to this game because we've got. When you look at our attacking players, everybody seems to be on form at the moment.
Yeah,
it's going to be tough for us, but it's also going to be very tough for them. So I'm confident that we'll get a result. Hopefully, we'll win it. But it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, it is absolutely. It's just one of those, isn't it? But yeah, it is. It's going to be a tough game. But you know,
hopefully that centre half Pinnock will have the same sort of game as he had against us at St James's Park, where it was awful and scored an own goal.
Pillock.
Yeah,
Pillock.
Yeah. He had one of those games to forget. It's going to be a tough game, but we've got to be full of confidence the way we've been playing recently. We started scoring goals again, and we got back to being really well. Not that we ever stopped being tight at the back. But we did have a couple of games in a row where we conceded 2, which was very on Newcastle. We've gone back to our 1-0 at the moment, so I've made that continue. Still can't believe how good our defence is. I should do by now, but
yeah, absolutely. If you'd like a Premier League stat of today, I can give you one, and this concerns Kieran Trippier. So I'll just pop his picture on there. There you are. So this concerns Kieran Trippier. Stat of today. So far this season, Kieran Trippier has took 151 corners in the Premier League. That's the most by any Premier League player in the Premier League so far. So 151 corners this season from Kieran Trippier. That's absolutely fantastic stat. And not only that, he's created 80 chances and he's made 1,089 passes so far this season. What a great stat that was. And the only reason I know about it was because I have an Amazon Echo show and it comes up and it just brought up Kieran Trippier's picture and said Premier League stat of the day. So I clicked on it and that's what it showed. So, so that's absolutely amazing. 151 corners, 80 chances created, 1,089 passes. I mean, that's some stats, isn't it, Pete?
Certainly is, isn't it? Certainly is as well. So
it shows how important he is to us.
Absolutely. He should be captain permanently as well at this club.
He will be next season.
Once the cells is gone, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just getting to some comments. Oh, God, Granny. Oh, who doesn't, says Jacob, for God's sake. Mag says 2-1, good afternoon to you. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Troll says Granny is quite canny, coming to theatres near you.
I love it.
At least you're not drinking anything tonight, Pete. This afternoon, there, are you?
Well, no,
He hasn't got it in his hand after last night.
all over.
If you didn't see the show, Roll, you'll have to go back and watch it and watch
Yeah,
Pete.
I've watched some of it, but I haven't watched it all yet.
Yeah, when you get to the part when Pete laughs and his drink goes everywhere. Bias says they can't handle ASM and Isak. No, absolutely not. Trips 150 corners, scored 2. Scored more than that, I think. Bruno's due a goal soon. Absolutely, Mag. Today could be the day he gets it, couldn't it? So who knows? Craig, good afternoon. He says our end product from corners is terrible. We should getting way more goals from corners considering our height and delivery. Do you know what it is? Absolutely, it should be, and we need to improve on that. How are the lads? Says sad Man U are fans singing their shitty Shearer song in the first half. The hashtag obsessed. Do you know what? They don't ever want to drop the Shearer thing. And the thing is, we live rent free in their heads. That's the thing. We're living rent free, in Man United's heads. If you look at it, we are the most hated team at the moment in the Premier League by a lot of clubs because of what we've got now, because of our owners, because of how well we're doing, And at the end of the day, I don't care if people hate us. I couldn't care less. Because at the end of the day, we had 14 years under a man who did not give a shit for this club, who just asset stripped this club completely and didn't care that we had 2 relegations whatsoever. All he was bothered about was finishing 17th in the Premier League, making his money. Every player he sold, it was going in his back pocket to pay for the loan that he supposedly put in the club, that £144 million loan, sorry. And the thing is, we deserve better than that as a club. And we've got better than that now. Because look how far we've come on with a bit of money spent. And it's not just the money we've spent, but it's also the players that we're already getting. Look how he's playing now. He's a midfielder. Absolutely fantastic. Little tweaks here and there with some players, and they're playing absolutely brilliant now. And, so these people who really don't like us or want to have a go at us, they really need to do their research properly and see, because they know that under Ashley, this club was ruined under him. And, so at the end of the day, a lot of these people need to just basically F off elsewhere and just stop bothering us, because technically we don't care if you hate us, because we're just still going to go on. Eventually we're going to win stuff, and the haters are just going to hate us even more, Pete.
Yes, so absolutely 14 to 15 years of hate under the previous owner. And no wonder why all the fan base was unhappy a lot of the time.
Yeah,
because of what that our ex-owner did, appointing poor people to run the club, appointing terrible managers. It just was all about making us a cash cow for his Sports Direct advertising, etc. Yeah.
And the other thing is they stripped all the backroom staff, because when you look at all the sort of, you had Steve Nixon scouting, almost nobody else.
Yeah.
I mean, love him or hate him, Lee Charnley had to do just about everything at the club that wasn't related to the actual playing. So he did the tea, he did the cleaning, he did all the financial deals, the transfers. I know Penfold wasn't great, but when you've got to do everything, you can't expect him to be good.
Well, the thing is, when you think with Penfold, he'd been at the club under Sir John Hall, because that's when he started, under Sir John Hall. So, he was just put in a position by the former owner to be the figurehead, while he sat in the background counting his money, or watching his bank balance roll in and watching his statement going up every month, and how much interest he was making. We all seen it. We've all seen the documentaries of how bad he was at how bad his warehouses are, how he treats his staff. 0-hour contracts and things like that. Yeah. It's just disgusting. Anyway, he's gone now. But I think that's the point I was making.
He was promoted until he got to a level where he was incompetent.
Yeah. But what people need to realise is we're not just here to take part in the Premier League, we're here to compete as well.
No, can I correct you there? We're here to win.
Well, to win, yeah. Well, compete is the same thing, but yeah.
No, we're here to win. Competing is just, I'm happy if we compete and come just short. We want to win. Slightly different mindset.
What I do want to say is I've got a lot of respect for Thomas Frank. I think what a lovely interview. If anybody's seen his interview, he talked about us coming down to Brentford, and he said, look, he said, Eddie Howe is a great guy. He said, I don't know a lot about Eddie Howe. He said, I know what he's done for Bournemouth and at Newcastle. He says, but he says, I would like to get to know Eddie more. He says, I wouldn't mind sitting down having a pint with Eddie Howe. And that's so nice to come from a manager, who's a rival to us in a way because they're eighth in the table. And, for him to actually come out and say stuff like that, it's just really, really refreshing. And he's right. I'm sure Eddie Howe will have a pint with him one day. Do you reckon, Pete?
Why not? Why not? It's some good to see managers giving Eddie Howe the praise, not just Frank. Pep Guardiola's been another one as well.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's funny to me is from all the years I've followed football, to hear the phrase that I thought I'd never hear is Brentford are a rival of ours.
Yeah.
Because they've been, for most of my life supporting football, they've been a third division side or League One side.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, Thomas Frank's done an excellent job. And he comes across as a really nice guy as well. So I hope they do well apart from this afternoon.
We've had some good results against Brentford, especially when they were at Griffin Park and that, I think Kevin Brock scored against them all those years ago when we were in the old, what is now the Championship. But
God, that's a blast from the past.
That is a blast from the past, isn't it? Kevin Brock. But yeah. The time though, good players to help us get out that division. That was the thing. Kevin Sheedy, there was quite a few of them, wasn't there? I think Roly scored down there as well, if I remember. So yeah, we've had some good games against Brentford. Craig says Eric Tin Hat is a fraud. 2-0 Botman Isak says Yabba Dabba Do. It's not a bad shout. Botman has to be due a goal. The season is soon over, says Trossy. He's got to be, hasn't he?
When you're talking about Botman, how good he is, there's one thing that when he bought him, you thought that you wouldn't have thought it. There's something you can learn from Lascelles. That's how to attack the ball at set pieces and from corners. Because when it comes to set pieces and corners, Lascelles is our most dangerous centre half. Because the way he attacks the ball, no one else attacks it like him. So maybe he needs to talk to him about attacking the ball at corners and free kicks.
Yeah. Bit of a scuffle going on there between the Man U players and
Everton
players.
Yeah.
Wayne says, Trips is a man, lads. Always been an unreal player. Yeah. Craig says, Eric Tent Peg if you prefer. Square pegs and round holes, yeah. Troll says, Trips is unreal, by the way. The best right back and captain we've ever had, in my opinion. I would say so, yeah. I mean, I go back all in. Yes, I thought Kenny Sansom was a great right back. I thought Barry Venison was a great right back and captain for us.
Sansom came to us at the end of his career.
He did. But Barry Venison, I thought he was fantastic for us as captain and right back. He wasn't a bad player at all. And for 250 grand, that was a bargain.
Yeah.
For Liverpool.
Yeah.
We've had some good right backs.
We've had one or two.
Yeah. How the lad says, yes, the 14 years they didn't care how badly we were run, but now it's run better. They want it stopping. Absolutely. Gary says, the more they hit, the stronger we get, lads. Absolutely, Gary.
Absolutely.
Correct, mate. People talking to each other. Craig says, Where were you when you were shit? Yeah, can't sing that to us. Absolutely not. Hey, I tell you what, I've seen it through the bad times, and and at the end of the day, I don't care how they feel. Troll says, "Do you know why the water in London is so salty?" Man United tears. Penfold went to Forest in the summer, didn't he? Yes, he did.
Yes,
He's doing a cracking job, isn't he?
Mm.
Brian, big up Tony. Everton not doing good. Can't believe I'm shouting for them. Haha, come on, Everton. Yeah, I know it's unreal, isn't it, to be shouting for them?
They're actually having a bit of a spell of pressure now.
Mate actually treated us like a brothel for him and Lee Chen. He gave dirty bugger, says, yabba dabba do. You're absolutely right. Max says, Everton didn't turn down our Almoni for Gordon. I don't think any other clubs will either. That does make them complicit, though, just saying. Yeah, absolutely. Pep loves us, says Craig. Yeah, he does. He's probably gutted he ain't going to get the job. He ain't got the job, yeah. Away the lad says, I don't want us buying any Man United players. I don't care if the next Pelly was there. I don't want to deal with them. I don't want to deal with Man United either. Craig said, I'd take Sancho for 20 million.
What I want to do is, with Man United, is get them all the way down to the last day of the transfer window, negotiate with them for Bruno, and then at the last minute tell them, fuck off. Just string them along, waste their time.
Trolls agrees. I'll be the lad says, was Robert Lee's first goal? I think that or Chelsea. It was Brentford, because Chelsea were in the Premier League at the time, I think. So yeah, it was Brentford. BS says, I wouldn't buy Sancho for £20 the next Dele Alli. He's been poor, Dele Alli. He's even been banished by Besiktas now. They don't want him there. Craig says, Lascelles is the only one who does attack it, though. Yeah, he does. Troll says, Botman hasn't done much wrong this season, just had a few, but all the best players have them. Yeah, they do, absolutely.
Well, but, we're not saying he's done anything wrong. It's just saying that it's an area he could improve on. He's only a little kid he's only a kid when you think about it in footballing terms.
I don't care if he doesn't score as long as he defends. Well, that's his job, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Goals are a bonus.
Yeah, goals are for the goal scorers, the forwards, the midfielders, defenders are there to defend the goal and stop the goals going in the back of the net. So as long as he's doing that job, I couldn't care if he doesn't score.
Mm-hmm.
Craig says Pep and Horsey would walk around to take the manager's job just for Sir Bobby Robson. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Roly, you're right there, says Trolls. And Jake's laughing at your thing as well, Roly. 4 minutes now until the team news arrives. And
have you heard any rumours? I heard a rumour that ASM's injured. Have you heard anything about that?
Nothing yet.
No, I haven't. But what I'm going to do is we're going to have we've got 3 minutes till the team news comes out. So people in the chat join in with this as well, and obviously Pete and Roly. So let's have a game of bingo. Now, squad bingo. So, who's in the lineup today? Well, I'm going to say Wilson be back on the bench and Isak starts.
Yeah.
And I think, now this is a tough one, and it's been very, very tough to think between Willock and Joe Linton. I think Joe Linton stays in the squad, and I think Willock stays on the bench today. Mm. But if ESM's injured, that may change the dynamics. That may then put Willock back in the team with Joe Linton on the left. So what I'm going to say is Joe Linton will definitely keep his place. Isak comes back in for Wilson. Right. What's your thoughts, Pete? What on squad bingo?
Yeah, I think Isak will come in, definitely. Joe Linton, to me, keeps his place. Willock will come in if ASM doesn't play the day as well.
Yeah, Brian says need numbers. What do we win? What do we win? Just a bit of fun, mate. Just see if I can outwit Eddie Howe for a change, because I'm sure he watches these podcasts and think, do you know what? I'm just going to stuff up their team lineups. What do you think they're going to have? I'm sure he does.
Just
What
a
were you going to say,
question for
Roly?
you guys. How close to starting do you think Anthony Gordon is?
He's not too far away, I would say.
No, he's
Mate.
not, is he?
Do you think they'll start him against Everton? So he can score against the Skip Rats?
2-0 Martial.
2-0.
Martial.
It's like, oh,
He's just coming there. 2-0's just coming up on mine now.
yeah, it's a terrible mistake by the Everton back line. Ball coming through.
That's why they're getting relegated.
The guy, it looks like
That's why they're getting relegated.
Looked like Coleman had it sorted, let it go for Rashford. He squares it for Martial, who can't miss.
I think Coleman's poor. He's too old now, isn't he?
He's finished him. Like he's
finished as a Premier League player. He could play league Championship and do a decent job.
I'm sure we can club together and buy him a Zimmer frame. Hey, actually, you're saying that in the Roly in the Championship, but he'd probably be playing there next season for Everton, so there you are. He'd be all right, won't he?
Well, unless it got under his foot for Rashford to centre for Martial to score. Oh, worse than I thought it was.
BSS, Isak, Joelinton and Murphy.
Yeah. That's if ASM's injured, yeah.
The lineup is now out.
Yeah, so let's get to the lineup. Yeah, let's get the lineup put up on the screen. I have it on here. I don't know why it's disappeared. Right, I've got it now. Okay. And yeah, so while I get this sorted out and right. So the team at the moment, while I get the Kieran Trey, Fabian Scher, Sven Botman, Dan Byrne, Bruno, Sean Longstaff, Joe Willock, Jacob Murphy, Joe Linton, and Alexander Isak. On the bench, Dubravka, Dummett, Lascelles, Anthony Gordon, Callum Wilson, Matt Ritchie, Matt Targett, Javier Manquillo, and Elliot Anderson. So that is the team lineup. So ESM is out. So he does have an injury then at some point. So I've never even seen that, to be fair, Roly. Have you seen anything about it?
I saw it on my WhatsApp group about 5 minutes before I asked you.
Okay.
Said that he's out, but yeah, it's obviously is out because he would have been on the bench.
Yeah, maybe I didn't see it.
It wasn't on the Northwest United. It was a different one.
Oh, was it not? Okay. Different one. Okay. That's why then I wasn't. Yeah. Right. So I'll just get the team lineup on. Make sure I put the right one on. There we go. So there's the team lineup. There's Mr. Scher. And then I'll bring out the Brentford team when I find out what their team lineup is. So the Brentford team is David Raya, Aaron Hickey, Pontus Jansson, Ethan Pillock, Ben Mee, Rico Henry, Christian Norgard, Jensen, Josh Da Silva, Sade. I thought that, isn't that an 80s pop icon? Sade. Ivan Toney, bench, Strakosha, the goalkeeper, Rissa, Yanka, Godas, Mbeumo, which I'm surprised at Mbeumo being on the bench, Damsgaard, Baptiste, Janelt, and Rosev. So that is the team lineup for Brentford this afternoon. So, yeah, Shardy is in place of Mbeumo. So I'm just going to nip into some comments because... right. Howie the lad says, yes, I mean, playing today, I bet you bet you said Ivan Tony. Oh, God, yeah. He never live this down, will he? Wayne says Botman will get his goal this season guaranteed. Let's hope so. Craig says I'd like to see Anderson, Isak, Gordon as a front three and rest Burn. Yeah, I'm surprised Burn's playing, to be fair. I thought you'd have got a rest.
I'm not, to be honest, because Eddie says that he doesn't want to change the back four unless he has to.
Yeah.
Because they're settled.
Anderson, Isak and Gordon. My word, Everton not effing hopeless, yes, says Paul, aren't they just?
Yeah.
That's why they're going down. Brian says that's shit.
Yeah, with or without points deduction.
Yeah. Hope ESM is fit. He's not trolls, unfortunately, is he? Pope, Trips, Botman, Cher, Bruno, J7, Mulliquinho, Isak, Murphy, and Wilson. Do you know what? You've got that absolutely spot on. Yabba You've actually matched Eddie out today.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Wilson starting.
Oh, sorry, he's got Wilson. Oh, you haven't. Sorry, no, you haven't. Sorry, you got Wilson. Yeah.
He's dropped Sean Longstaff for Wilson.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Oh. So, sorry, you didn't get that one right. Never mind, we got this today, says Brian, absolutely. No ESM. How are the lads, says Devon. 2-0 I'm going for today. Come on, Big Joe, 2 goals. Yeah, well said, Devon, and good afternoon. Mag says Brentford and Everton at home. Did Fergie do the fixture list again? Brian says, I'm happy with that. Paul says, bloody hell, ESM has been playing great recently. This is the thing, yeah. I know he's had a great time, and then all of a sudden he gets a bloody knock, and it's it's annoying.
I think that's the nature of his body, and that he's so quick. It's hamstrings for the quick players tend to be a recurring problem. It's like Wilson. He's one. Another one who's quick, who I don't really want to mention, but was always suffered from hamstring, was Michael Owen. He was quick and he's always had hamstring problems. There are plenty of others.
Howie the lad says ESM's been carrying his hamstring for weeks. He doesn't sprint at full tilt anymore. Yeah, that's true enough. Bias says Roly's got more sauces than Haynes.
I'm not in the.
Paul says when's Miggy back? He's meant to be out for 2 or 3 weeks. 6 weeks, I said it was. So he's still got another couple of weeks yet, hasn't he?
Couple more weeks, and then he's got to obviously get his match sharpness up, and then looks like Rashford might have pulled his groin. That'll be good.
Devon says Maxie's being sharp. How the hell has he picked up another knock? Yeah, exactly. Troll says yes, I'm unlucky to be injured again. Gordon on the bench. Can't see the subs. You can't see the subs yet because I've got the comment on. There you go. The subs are Dubravka, Dummett, Lascelles, Gordon, Wilson, Ritchie, Target, Mankiewicz and Anderson, which is quite a strong bench, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean,
just going through these comments.
Our bench has started to look decent.
Yeah.
The problem we've got is that when we have a few injuries, that's when we have trouble with the bench, because we've only got so many players that can come on. And once we have a few injuries, that's when the depth of the squad is laid bare.
Wayne says 4-0 2, and I'm very confident Isak 2, Trippier 1, and Botman 1. That's not bad. We can get it on a bet, mate. Get it on. Toon TV. Jack says shame about Maxi because he was just picking up his form. He was, Jack, absolutely, mate. Yeah. And hi to you. Hope ESM is just ill, says Trolls. Yeah, we're not sure what it is. That Henry is decent, says Howie the lads. Pinnock had a mate at St James's Park. Yeah, Henry's not a bad player, is he? Oh, he had a mare. Yeah, he had a mare. He did. Pillock did, yeah. That's why Pete likes it when I call him Ethan Pillock. Trolls says flu or something like that. Jake says he came from Arsenal. With what Henry, I know Josh De Silva did. He's a good player.
Isn't that the new Willock song? You heard the new Joe Willock song?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes. Now you've said it. Yes. Now I'm thinking. Yeah. I thought you meant on the Brentford team who come from Arsenal, but when I read one of the comments before there about Rico Henry, but yeah,
I'm presuming he was talking about Willock.
yeah, Josh De Silva, he come from Arsenal. He's not a bad player either, Josh De Silva, to be fair. Paul says, just watching Man U over the past few weeks, they aren't even that good. Pretty flat, if you ask me. Like, extremely lucky to be where they are. Do you know what it is? They're not that great, and I don't know why people are raving about them. Rashford isn't happy, says Howie the lads. Rashford, facing an injury again, will be miraculously fit to play on the deadline next game. Getting boring now, says Paul. Rashford off, yeah, absolutely. Yes, only, says Jake. I'm just going to run through these comments, Roly. Brad on, hi Brad, hope you're well, mate. He says, afternoon, Tony, mate. Unfortunate about ESM, but good to see Willock back in from the start. Yeah, absolutely, mate. And nice to see you, Brad. Wayne says, Owen's always injured for us. Couldn't stand the rat bag anyway. No, I couldn't, especially when he missed that chance against Portsmouth when we could have stayed up that season. Sure, he done it deliberate. Yabba Dabba Do One says, to be honest, we need to score at least 4 per game for our goal difference.
What? Our goal difference
is massive at the moment, so nobody's going to overtake that goal difference unless Spurs go on a run and score 7 goals in every game.
As things stand now, if we only win 1-0, we'll still have 16 goals on Man United.
Yeah. And Devon says, the Manx are always lucky, no surprise there, really. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
When you look at Man United this season, they're a bit like a lucky Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's got Rashford shirt. He's very happy with that. Some little kid.
I have seen that.
That'll be on eBay tonight. They're out of their auction sites, by the way, so just in case anybody says. Man U are pants, tin hat is a fraud, says Craig. Yeah. Jack says our goal difference is plus 26. Absolutely, Jack. We're absolutely flying with goal difference. I mean, we're a lot more ahead than what Man U are. They're still in single figures.
We're not going to catch Arsenal or Man City this season, so
no,
the goal difference is against Spurs and against Man United where it counts. We've got 19 on Man United. If we're plus 26 and they're plus 7, we're 19 on Man United and we've got something like 10 on Spurs.
Yeah. I mean, Pete, I'm going to come to you. I mean, look, we've had a lot of draws this season. I mean, if only we had turned some of them draws into wins, like against Palace twice. We could have been in the top 2, couldn't we?
Could have well been, couldn't we? Well, I've been a bit done over by VAR at times as well. So, yeah.
Well, VAR helped us out the other night, Pete, because especially with it being David Coote on there as well. But he couldn't not fail to give that goal, could he, really? Especially when Emerson was playing Joe Linton on.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was the on VAR Coote. Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
I must admit, in real time, when you see how far ahead Joe Linton was when the ball got...
You think it was off?
You think, it got to be off. He was a good half yard onside. It wasn't even close.
Got to give the linesman credit for letting him carry on and score the goal and then to do it, because then to put his flag up, because if he'd put the flag up, that goal doesn't stand because it doesn't get checked. The same with the one against Brighton when Callum Wilson scored, because Graham Scott decided to blow his whistle just before Wilson kicked the ball. That's why VAR couldn't check that one. If he'd waited till Wilson to kick the ball and scored and then got VAR to check it, VAR would have said, that goal stands, there's nothing wrong with it. But they can't check something when it's already been whistled.
Yeah, we were lucky to get away with a point from the Amex. I thought Brighton
pulled off a couple of great saves in that game, though. Devon says, if the Manx have level points with us, their goal difference is dog shit compared to ours. We'll be okay. Absolutely, Devon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Craig says, our defensive record and positive goal difference still has me amazed. Never thought I'd hear the day people talk about our defence and clean sheets. Do you know what it is, Craig? It's a long time since we've had goal difference like this. It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Lee says, afternoon, Tony, Pete and Roly. Hi, Lee.
I can't remember us having a defence this good in my lifetime.
No, it's just... Defence is just unreal, isn't it, Pete?
Certainly is, isn't it? So,
I mean, you look at our goal difference. I'll bring up the Premier League table anyway. Let me bring this up on the screen. This is a Premier League table as it stands at the moment, so the table's live. Obviously, Man United are in the third, but their goal difference is only +7. They're still in single figures. We're on +26. We've got the third best goal difference in the league behind Man City, then Arsenal. Yeah. I mean, Arsenal's going to better that tomorrow anyway. But I mean, we've scored 46 goals, we've conceded 20, and like I was just saying to Pete, there's 11 games we've drawn there. If some of them draws had been wins, even say 5 of them, that's another 10 points. We could have been sitting 1 point behind Man City. So I think next season we have to address that and make sure we're clinical. That's what we were against West Ham. We were clinical against West Ham. The only difference was West Ham handed them goals on a plate to us. And the last time when we played Southampton at St Mary's, again, that was one of them games. Wasn't our greatest game, but we won 4-1 because we were presented with the opportunities and all 4 shots on target were in the back of the net. So if we're not playing well, but winning like 4-1 and 5-1, that's frightening, Pete, isn't it?
It certainly is, isn't it? It's just, wow. Look at who we've brushed aside this season. Brentford at home, Villa at home. As well, we've done it at West Ham away, Southampton away.
Fulham away.
Fulham away, yes.
Yeah.
What else did we?
Leicester away and away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look how tight that is at the bottom of the table there. I mean, you've got 4 teams on 27 points there. Bournemouth, Forest, Everton, West Ham. And then you've got, after that, you've got Wolves, Leeds and Palace. They're all in the relegation fight, all them teams up to 12th place. So, I mean, as much as we're going to say Southampton are going down, but you look at that table and you think Southampton could still get out of that. I don't know where they're going to get all our wins from to get out of it, but I think...
We don't need that many, that's the thing.
2 wins gets them out of that bottom 3. But they've got to play Man City today, and I can't see them beating Man City.
No.
A win and a draw would get them out of the bottom 3 with their goal difference. It's not the worst of the teams down there.
No, that goal difference like another point.
It's not great, but it's better than Forest and Bournemouth. So they only need to get level with them.
Now, I have seen another rumour being bandied about, and apparently Eddie Howe's interested in this player from Leicester City. And no, it's not James Maddison, before anybody asks. Although he is in the conversation. But Eddie Howe really likes the look of Harvey Barnes, the 25-year-old winger. Now, I'll tell you what, I would have him at St James's Park, no problem whatsoever. I think he's a terrific player.
I thought
and if Leicester go down, he'll be gone in the summer. And I'll start with you, Pete. I mean, Harvey Barnes, yes or no?
Yes. Bracket player. Very good talent as well. I wouldn't say no to him, definitely not.
Eddie would get the best out of him, wouldn't he?
Yeah, definitely would.
Yeah.
What about you, Roly? Harvey Barnes?
Yeah, he'd be a good addition. Add some competition for those wing places. Again, I think that depends on which competition we're in, whether we go for Harvey Barnes or not. If we makes to the Champions League, I think we'll be looking for better than him. But if we're just in the Europa, it's a good shout.
I wouldn't say Harvey Barnes is a poor player. I would say he's quite a decent player. He's just...
Oh, I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm just saying that if we qualify for the Champions League, we'll be looking at a better quality player.
Absolutely. I'm just going to rattle through these comments before we wrap up. Howie the lad says, don't want complacency today. Absolutely not. 3-0 for us, says Lee. That would be great. Wayne says, our goal difference reminds me of Chelsea's when they had Terry at the back. Yeah. Craig says, gobsmacked at defensive improvement. We don't get humped anymore, unlike Man United 4, 5, 6 and 7. Southampton away. robbed so many times by VAR this season, Palace, Liverpool, etc. Yeah, definitely. Let's all laugh at Chelsea too. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, got to.
Howie the lad says Villa with a big being shithouse in the first half, time wasting, faking injury, dragging out the substitution of their obviously injured keeper. Yes, they did, didn't they? Jack says, yes, I'd take Barnes, no doubt, absolutely.
Yeah,
Devin says, I would say no to Harvey Barnes, but a decent player. Taylor Harwood. Troll says, rather have Diaby than Barnes, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Taylor Harwood Bellis. He's centre back for Burnley, who's on loan from Man City.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I know the one you mean. Yes, we're linked with him, aren't we? For some reason. Yeah, they said that last night on Sky, didn't they? That there's a link with him or something. But yeah, that's Guardiola doing an old pals act, isn't he? You know, for company. But but yeah, I mean, as I say, we're coming towards the end of the show, but I'm going to come around and ask you for your predictions. Devin says, Musa Diaby, hell yes. Yeah, absolutely. Pete, predictions for this afternoon?
Brentford 1, Newcastle United 3.
And who's scoring, Pete, for us?
Isak, Joe Linton and Bruno.
Lovely. And Roly, what's your prediction?
I'm going for Brentford 1, Newcastle United 2. The goal scorers would be Isak and Isak.
Isak and Isak. Sounds like that film, doesn't it? What was that film? Kramer versus Kramer or something. Yeah. So, Roly, we're going to wrap up. Would you like to let people know where they can find you on your socials?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Pol67.
That's great. Thank you very much indeed, Roly. And Pete, would you like to let people know where they could find you? And you have a show this afternoon, don't you, Pete?
I certainly do. So you can find me on my channel, PD Proudlock. And will be the live watch along for the game at 2:30. So in about just under 10 minutes now. And Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, they're all PD Proudlock as well. So feel free to follow me on there as well.
Lovely. You got anybody on with you? Is Granny on with you? Or?
No, it's probably going to be Mr. Sinclair.
Mr. Sinclair, yeah.
Mr. Sinclair.
I hope she don't make an appearance today for you, Pete. Oh, he's gone. Oh.
Yeah. It's full-time Manure 2, Skip Rats 0. But they are awful, Everton. Oh,
he's back.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't know what happened there, Pete. You just went, and I was like, all right, okay, Pete, thanks very much, mate. Yeah, he's hoping Granny don't make an appearance today, do you?
Oh, God.
Unless Archer's on in the chat, and then she'll be on as well. Probably asking what he wants for lunch tonight, or dinner tonight, or whatever, or tea. Anyway, yeah, so, guys, you can find me down there, TonyTooney31 on Twitter. Give me a follow, I'll follow you back. Same handle on Twitch as well. You also know my channel because you're on my channel now. So that's absolutely brilliant. If you like what you see, then please smash the like. It does help the channel up with search results. So if you enjoy the show, please smash those likes. Thank you very much indeed. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe. Free to do so. Helps the channel grow. Bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. So yeah, I'm 29 away now from 500. So thank you very much indeed. Devin says, great stuff, Roly, Pete and Tony. The 3 Toon Kings. How are you, the lads? How are you, the lads? Absolutely, Devin. Lee says, doesn't matter what players come in the summer. Let's get behind whoever comes in. Eddie knows best, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Troll says, can at the ready for the match. Yeah, Trolls has got his can there ready for the match. How are you, the lads? Joe Linton, 1-1 draw. Yeah. Troll says, great show. Thank you very much indeed. Trolls, I've missed a few comments there. Sorry, guys.
Tony, I'm just going to have to shoot off now because I've got to do a couple of things before the match starts.
So okay, Roly. Thanks, mate.
Okay, cheers.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Yeah, Howie the lad says Barnes is very good. Craig says, when do Spurs play this afternoon, don't they?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, they've got Brighton, haven't they?
They do,
Yes,
yes,
they
at
have
3
Brighton.
o'clock as well.
What's the outcome you want in that game, Pete?
I've backed a Brighton win. I think they can win there.
Yeah, I think they could as well. Chelsea are away to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Frank Lampard's first game since his return. They must think he's the Messiah. Joe Linton, 1-0 draw, says Howie the lads. Yeah, absolutely. Lee says, Roly's pole dancing again, is he? Yeah, he's got to get ready. Pre-match show. And Gary says, good show, lads. Great show. Thank you very much indeed. And Devon says, come on, the Seagulls. Yeah, shit on Tottenham. That's what we need. But guys, thank you for joining. Yes, there should be some sort of reaction show later, so stay tuned for that, and hopefully Pete can join me for that as well. Let's hope we've got the 3 points in the bag. Let's say Man U can have third place on loan till 4:45, and let's hope it's us returning back to third place at 4:45. So we don't mind letting them have it on loan, but it's only for a short space in time. And but yeah, it's going to be a tough game. But let's hope we go there, we get the win, and we get the job done, and carry on this winning streak. Because next Saturday is going to be a tough game away to Villa, but for the moment, we just concentrate on Brentford. Let's go down there, get the job done, and I hope all the fans who have travelled to Brentford have got down there safe and sound, and I hope they've had a safe journey down there. Just last few comments, just quickly, that's come in. Come on, the mighty Toon Army. Devon says, absolutely, Tony, I hate those hits. And Craig says, birds flying high, you know what I mean. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But guys, thank you very much, and we will see you later on. But for now, how are the lads? Come on, let's do this. Let's do this. Bye-bye for now.